Hey, yo, it's No2 here with New Comic Hall. I thought I would take a moment to make a new video. It's been a while since my last post. I went on a comic hunting trip last Friday. Today is Monday, probably the last hunt that I'll do for the year. I drove to several stores that I'd never been to before. The furthest was about 2 hours away. I had a good time. It was nice to get out. Um, but as always, I want to thank everyone who has taken their time to watch my video and leave a comment. I appreciate it. I don't have a lot of viewers, but I do it mainly for me. It gives me something to do and talk about comics. Um, so let's just get started with the books. I've got tons and tons of books to file, and if I have time, make a video. So what we have here, as everybody knows, Daredevil number 25, a hot book that came out a couple of weeks ago. First appearance of Elektra as Daredevil. Daredevil is one of the few books that I actually read on a monthly basis. I do have it as a monthly pool, and I do read it monthly as it comes out versus a lot of times I wait for a bunch of issues to come out before in a series before I take the time to read it. Uh, I'm just impatient waiting for a book to come out. But Daredevil is very well done. Very well written series. The art is solid. Um, you know, I haven't actually read the Venom series or Thor. Uh, I have read Immortal Hulk, which is also well done. But Daredevil is the one that I've been reading regularly. And 25 was, advertised as a big event, but didn't know what it really was going to be. Even when the book was released, I didn't know what it was, but everyone was talking that this is a big book. I pre-ordered 25 as well as the nullified cover on the Wednesday that these two books came out. I did go out and find several more copies even before I knew what was going on, and was able to secure a total of 6 copies with these two included. When this book was advertised for pre-order, I ordered the 1 in 25, not knowing what it was about. I just liked the cover. I debated whether or not to buy it for $23, which was the pre-order cost, and but glad I did, obviously, for the obvious reasons. I mean, this book now goes for 125 to 160. The last time I checked on eBay before doing this video, there were only 2 copies available to purchase or bid on, and again, the last sale was like $162 on an auction. This goes for about 50 on a regular basis, and that goes for anywhere between 30 and $40. The week after this book was released, I went to a LCS in Cleveland that I had sworn I would never go to again. The last time I had gone to that shop was probably 2000, and it's been a while because when I went to it, the New 52 was still going on, and Batman New 52 was on issue, like they were still doing the Court of Owls. So however long ago that was, and I had sworn, because of the way the owner treats his customers, I just like, yeah, I'm not going to waste any money on this particular store. But I happened to be literally 1 block away from the store. And so I thought I'd go in just to look at new issues, because he really doesn't sell back issues. He sells new comics, and then when books come out, he'll stash a few for himself to sell online or to sell to customers coming in. And he had that book, Daredevil 25 cover A, for $60. Will he sell it? I don't know. He might, but he wasn't going to sell it to me. And even when I was there afterwards, um, he was still the same as I remembered him before. His behavior was the same. and I will, will avoid the store at all costs, and not patronage his store just because. But anyway, I stopped in there and I did buy a few books there, and I'll show them in a few minutes. He only again sells new releases. I have a few comics that are new releases here. Here's another book that was pretty hot when it came out, probably about 3 weeks prior. The last issue of Batgirl, number 50. Now, when this came out, I pre-ordered it because of Josh Middleton's cover run, and I saw Joker on here. When you pre-order, it's a small image. I thought it looked okay, but after I got it, I was like, yeah, it's all right. But this book goes for what, $14 now, $20, because it's the first appearance of Ryan Wilder, who will become the new African American Batwoman. It has to do with fallout from the Batwoman TV series on WB. But Josh Middleton did a great cover run, and 23 that he did of Batgirl still commands $125 to plus $150 for a copy. Even raw, it goes for $100. If you can get it for less than 100, that's a pretty rare finding to see. It still goes for even if you got able to win an auction under 100, you're still going to be around the $90 range. I missed it when it first came out. I was on vacation, and by the time I went to order it, it was already sold out. And so I got it the week later, and I paid $45 for number 23. And I was like, it had just come out, and I am glad I bought it because you'll never find that comic for $45. Ironically, I think 24, issue 24, the issue after 23, is a much better cover, but it doesn't command the premium that 23 does. Here's a book that I bought. Let's see, how many copies of that is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I bought 11 copies of this when this came out. Giant Size X-Men #1, the facsimile edition. This is one of those books that, because of the square binding, the rarity, a 6.0 is probably $1,000. I just can't see spending that kind of money on a book at this point. And so the next best thing, I think, is the facsimile. The True Believers, I used to buy those, and then I stopped once they started doing that facsimile, because I'd rather have the facsimile versus the True Believers with True Believers at top. So I know they're both reprints, but I think in the longer game, this will matriculate with some value more than the True Believer versions. Probably in maybe 10 years from now. I mean, because I'm sure this book was highly printed, but 10 years from now, this book will be $20, $25, right? And it's a nice, it looks nice. It looks just like the original, except for the price tag, obviously. But hey, I'm betting on that, right? Time will tell. Time will tell. All right. So what else do I have here? So at that shop that I swore I would never go to again to buy books, I'm eating crow in that. And so what I found was Crossover 1, I'm sure a lot of you know now, is a hot book, and it did sell out on day of release. And Crossover 1 had a limit. I bought all the covers. When I went to the store in Cleveland that I'm referencing, he still had 3 copies of Crossover #1 on the rack. So I went ahead and bought all 3 at cover price. I think this is cover B, and then cover C. They still are cover price books, but because it's Donny Cates and it's sold out, I decided to go ahead and pick that up. And then Crossover 2 that just came out, the first print, cover A, kind of shows a preview of what might be happening crossing over between the universes, which I think is cool. And let's see, what else did I get for cover price? Got this. This was not at the store. This is at a local LCS. Department of Truth. I haven't read that yet. I do like Tynion's run on the current Batman. I haven't read it, but just following loosely, and seems to be gathering a lot of critical acclaim. So I took a chance on the Department of Truth by Image. Got that for cover price. Let's see what else I'm gonna show. Did get a couple of the DC Future State free preview, which is, I don't know if you want to say sold out, but was out of stock in a lot of stores. So I was fortunate to get 2 of those. I found myself out of town for work, and one of the stores that I frequently that has a massive amount of dollar books, I was able to pick up these books all for $1. So, Teen Titans Go! Free Comic Book Day #1. Easily worth $1. Beavis and Butthead #1. First appearance in comics. Easily worth $1. Second print goes for a little bit more. This is the first print. It's probably a $10 book. Got this because this was in really high grade, near mint condition. This is Justice League #3. The first appearance of Red Rocket Brigade. So got that for $1. It doesn't go for more than $1 probably, but you never know. Got this for cover price. This is the second print of Legends of the Dark Knight, Dark Knight's Metal, Death Metal. Second print, first appearance of Robin King. Got this for cover, which is Star Wars Adventures #6, first appearance of Rose. I think that's my second copy. At the local small LCS we have near me, probably about 40 minutes away, in a very small town, they sell comics, and I go there. I try to support them. They had the 1 per store variant of Spider-Man #18, Miles Morales. They had a list price of $30, and I paid it, to kind of support the store. Doesn't, that's probably, it did go for a little bit more when it first came out, but I think it's going to settle down to about $30 because I don't think anything really significant is happening in that issue. Let's see, what else did I get for $1? Got this for $1. What's funny is Herogasm #1. I was getting ready to leave the store. I had been looking for well over 2 or 3 hours. Found a lot of nice books for $1. And since I don't get out there very often, I'm like, let me just thumb through this last long box because I had to leave to go to work. And I found that book for $1. That goes for what, $20, $30? It's not in near mint. It's probably near mint minus 9.0. There's a couple of, I don't know what you'd call them. They're probably pressable, too. Little dents in the cover from where people thumb through it, I guess. But the spine is pretty crisp. So, and, again, for $1, that's worth it all day long. At the same store, I found this Star Wars Vader Dark Visions #5. It's a 1 in 25 ACO variant. Paid $5 for that, which I think is a good price. It doesn't go for much more than $5, believe it or not, even though it's a 1 in 25. But I like the color scheme, and for $5, I was like, I'll pick that up. Got this also for $1 at that store. The last issue of Crystar, the Crystal Warrior, for $1. Let's see, what else do I have here? here's some cool books I found. These were also for $1. Dark Horse #7, the first Star Wars comic by Dark Horse, Knights of the Republic first appearance, and the first appearance of Naomi Sunder, I believe her name is. It doesn't go for much. It's it's a cover price book, maybe $1. But I think as Star Wars continues to make announcements for Disney Plus, this is a spec book for me. And this is probably my 5th copy of this book. Got an early Wonder Woman George Perez run, volume 2, number 29 for $1. And got this book for $1, Deathpool number 19. This is the first appearance of Hit Monkey. That's probably a $20 book. Actually, the book I was most excited to find for $1, which I've been looking for a long time. There's a few listings of it on eBay. It goes for $10, $15 on a good day. But I knew if I kept hunting, I'd find it for $1. And so I did. And that's Power Pack number 62, the last issue of the original series. Again, I had been looking for that book for a long time and was happy to find it for $1. It probably is, $4 or $5 book. I mean, on a good day, you can get $15 for it. Here's some more books I got for $1. I got Star Wars Mace Windu for $1, number 1. I got Miles Morales Spider-Man 235 for $1. How about this book here, man? This book is blown up, and that is Teen Titans Go number 23, first appearance of Red X for $1. I mean, what is that book now? $150. $150 for this book? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Young Avengers number 10. Kate Bishop right there in front and center for $1. Now that book, I think has potential, particularly as the Disney Plus series gets closer to launch. Pull some of these off before they fall. I'll buy this book every time I see it, if it's cheap and in high grade. There's like a little dent or something here in the cover that I'm sure going to be pressed out, but this is Ghost Rider 21. Other than this crease here, which again can be pressed out, this is a pretty all-white near mint copy. First appearance of Mike, what's his name? Mike Blendino, who eventually becomes Vengeance. Now, I got this probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I've been debating about whether selling it, and it's in high grade. There's no spine ticks. Colors are still crisp. What's funny is this particular issue, I got the majority of the series 1 through probably 50. And most of the comics are reader copies. There might be a handful of copies that were near mint. Most of them were VG or VF minus. This copy is near mint, and I'm glad this is a copy that was near mint. And that is Star Wars number 42, first appearance of Boba Fett. All in all, by getting all 50 comics for the price I paid, this comic ended up being like, $4 or $5 at the most. And I really bought the entire lot for this comic because it looked like it was in near mint, and I was surprised that I was right because all the other comics were beat up. Now, bought this book for $1. Marvel Tales, Spider-Man, Todd McFarlane cover. Highly undervalued comic. Echo of Future Past, number 1, first appearance of Bucky O'Hare. I was looking for this comic for a long time. one of my favorite Adam Hughes covers, and it's Legion number 35. Now, this is my second, might be my third copy. And my previous copies, I've got, it has spine ticks. And I found this for $1, also in one of those boxes that, you know, it was like one of the last boxes I looked at before I left the store. And this copy is crisp. I mean, it is near mint. Spine is perfect. Definitely glad to find that comic. And, you know, honestly, I don't see this cover a lot on eBay as a listing. I think fans are just keeping it. Spider-Gwen number 1 for $1. Surprised to have seen this in the dollar bin. Justice Society of America, Black Adam, Alex Ross cover, number 23 for $1. I mean, that's easily a $20 book, if not more. Another surprise find, Invincible Iron Man number 10, first appearance of Rescue. Had found 3 of these. Tomb Raider number 2, Adam Hughes cover. Now, how many of you remember when this book went hot? I mean, this book, this has millions of copies printed, right? And a lot of stores still have it listed as $10 on their wall. I would never pay $10 for this book just because of the print run. You've got to be able to find it in a dollar bin somewhere. X-Force number 2, second appearance of Deadpool. For $1. All right. Another copy of Dark Horse number 7 for $1. Joss Middleton, Wonder Woman cover B, cover price. Here's a book for the time, current times. Savage Dragon 253 with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden on the cover. I mean, that book goes for about $20 right now, and I was lucky enough to get cover price. I also have the second print around here somewhere. It already went to second printing. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. All right, so here's where it gets interesting here. So on my road trip that I took on Friday, I found a bunch of comics that I'm surprised to have found. At cover price. All these books were cover price. This I wasn't too surprised. Thor number 6. I can't remember what printing this is. Probably the 5th printing. With cover price. This is my second copy of King in Black Secret Variant with the theme on it. Number 1 for cover price. Ice Cream Man number 20, third print. It's actually considered first print because it's a local comic shop day version, but it's really the third print of Ice Cream Man number 20, homage to Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham. For cover price. Here's a book, surprised to find at cover price. Age of Republic Special number 1. It's in a high grade. Easily worth $20. Here's some cool covers from King in Black. Miles Morales Nullified 21, but here's the King in Black tattoo version. This says what is this cover price? $5.99. I paid cover price $5.99. That book's going for $10 to $15 already. King in Black, the Peach Momoko cover. Cover price for second printing of X-Men number 12. Cover price for Ice Cream Man Quarantine Special. Found another copy of Crossover number 1. Cover B. For $2, I got Spider-Man 236. Miles Morales. Cover price, Strange Academy number 1, 4th printing. Black Panther number 11. Now, here are some stealth buys. Well, here's not a stealth buy. Spider-Man #1 got it for $15. Here's a book I'd never seen before, but you know, it goes for a little bit of money. That's Persuasion, Chapter 2, the Ashona Tano cover variant. I paid $25 for that book, mainly because I'd never seen it before. Didn't even know it existed, but for $25, it's not the Chrome, it's the regular edition. You know, is it worth $25? Yeah, I think it's worth $25. So I picked that up. Now this is another shop that I went to on this road trip on Friday, and I found 2 copies of Age of Republic Boba Fett #1, second printing. These, you know, I paid cover price, but you know, this issue commands $40. So that's kind of a nice deal. Here's crazy deal. Darth Maul #2, second printing, right? Second printing. First appearance of Cad Bane. I mean, this, I paid cover price for these, and these go for $200 a piece. $200 a piece, if not more. And all 3 are in near mint condition. And then the first cover appearance of Cad Bane, which is Darth Maul #3. Also a very tough book to find. And that's Darth Maul #3, Cad Bane right there. One of these has a banged up corner that could be pressed out because you can't. It's this one here. I don't know if you can tell. There's a little crease in that corner from where I think it got comic dropped. But that book there is a $90 book. And I got 3 copies of that. Second print. The original version is like orange or something like that. I guess that's it. That's my haul. Sticking to it. Appreciate everyone that took the time to watch. Everybody stay safe, social distance, and wear a mask. Peace.